Right after I finish this show. Thanks, Laura.
All right, thank you.
Here's what we have coming up tonight.
Chief National Correspondent Ed Henry and Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge track the latest developments after the president refers to Special Counsel Robert Mueller by name for the first time and calls his collusion probe a witch hunt. Republican Senate Committee Chairman Mark Walker dives into the debate over the deep state following some stunning new poll numbers. And we'll investigate the Facebook data controversy as a campaign official drops a bombshell. Facebook, she says, helped former President Obama's election bid. And the president's Twitter tirade against the special counsel caught the eye of Dilbert creator Scott Adams. He's got a message for folks claiming the president's abusing his power. He joins us live.
Hello and welcome to Fox News at Night. I'm Shannon Bream in Washington. The president and special counsel Robert Mueller. One GOP lawmaker says there is zero chance the president fires Mueller. He joins us live in just minutes. While others, like Senator Orrin Hatch, for example, say they don't support special protection for the special counsel, but Hatch adds this: firing Mueller would be the stupidest thing the president could ever do. Team coverage tonight with Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge with new details about the firing of the #2 man at the FBI, Andrew McCabe. Ellison Barber tracking GOP lawmakers' threats to go after the FBI as they accuse the agency of refusing to turn over documents related to the Hillary Clinton email investigation. But we begin with Chief National Correspondent Ed Henry on an aggressive new addition to the president's legal team. Good evening, Ed.
That's right, Shannon. Breaking tonight, I've spoken to people close to the president who are worried that while the obstruction of justice phase of special counsel Robert Mueller's probe might have been petering out, now this more aggressive approach with Mueller by the president and his legal team could spark a whole new round of combat that actually reignites the investigation. 1 week after the president tweeted he was happy with his legal team, he has now hired the tough attorney Joseph Digenova, someone with a sterling reputation in part because he served as an independent counsel probing whether or not the George H.W. Bush White House broke any laws when officials got caught searching then-candidate Bill Clinton's passport files. Digenova won praise for looking at the facts and declaring while the dirt digging by the Bush aides was sloppy, it was not illegal and not worth the time and expense of such a big investigation. Digenova now joins an outside team of lawyers, including Jay Sekulow and John Dowd, that has been under the microscope. Dowd left even some Republicans like Trey Gowdy scratching their heads when he said this weekend that the Friday night ouster of former Deputy Director at the FBI, Andrew McCabe, for leaking and lying shows the probe of the president is illegitimate and should end. While Digenova back in January told our own Tucker Carlson, McCabe and FBI officials like Peter Strzok and Lisa Page were part of a plot working to get Hillary Clinton off the hook and then framing the president when he beat Clinton. Watch.
Suggest that Mueller should shut down and that all he is looking at is collusion. If you have an innocent client, Mr. Dowd, act like it.
Make no mistake about it. A group of FBI and DOJ people were trying to frame Donald Trump of a falsely created crime.
While Democrats continue to try to fan the flames and claim the president will fire Mueller, a White House lawyer denied that, though the president did mention Mueller for the first time in a tweet over the weekend declaring, why does the Mueller team have 13 hardened Democrats, some big crooked Hillary supporters, and 0 Republicans? Another Dem recently added, does anyone think this is fair? And yet, there is no collusion. We're also learning McCabe kept notes on his meetings with the president that are now in the hands of Mueller, though it's not clear there's anything damaging there. McCabe's attorney, meanwhile, Michael Bromwich, tweeted, we will not be responding to each childish, defamatory, disgusting, and false tweet by the president. The whole truth will come out in due course, but the tweets confirm that he has corrupted the process that led to Mr. McCabe's termination and has rendered it illegitimate. But that claim that the process is corrupted could actually backfire on McCabe, making it more likely the Justice Department says a second special counsel is needed so an actual outsider can probe abuses at the FBI and Justice Department, which is exactly what the president has wanted for a long time. Shannon?
We are standing by. All right, Ed Henry, thank you very much. James Comey, Andrew McCabe, and a half dozen more officials from the FBI have left their jobs amid intense scrutiny over actions they took allegedly aimed directly at the Trump administration. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge is here with that story and word also that McCabe took notes during his meetings with the president and has turned them over to the special counsel. Catherine.
Shannon, tonight special counsel Robert Mueller already has memos from fired FBI Director James Comey and now his fired deputy Andrew McCabe as the political fallout grows. A source close to the fired FBI deputy director confirms he documented his conversations with President Trump, where he often raised McCabe's wife and her unsuccessful 2015 Virginia Senate race. Jill McCabe received more than $600,000 from Democrats, including then-Governor Terry McAuliffe, a longtime Clinton ally. The FBI said the campaign contributions were not a conflict because it was before McCabe took the helm of the Clinton email case. But critics say the contributions showed bad judgment, and McCabe's termination for cause undercuts his credibility.
I don't think it's any big deal. I'm sure that President Trump never said anything to Andrew McCabe that was illegal or implied any type of illegality, so he can keep all the memos he wants and turn them over.
President Trump, who praised McCabe's firing as a great day for the FBI, emphasized that he spent very little time with the FBI's former number 2, insinuating McCabe drafted the memos to help his own agenda. One senior Republican called for public hearings to show whether McCabe's termination was suspect, coming 2 days before his government pension kicked in.
When it comes to this issue, we need as much transparency as possible to make sure it wasn't politically motivated.
Fox News has learned the FBI branch that investigates misconduct allegations began looking at McCabe as early as last summer. The grounds for termination go beyond media leaks. The Inspector General concluded McCabe lacked candor on multiple occasions. FBI veterans who want the Inspector General to make the evidence public as soon as possible say Bureau rules online are strict.
Lack of candor potentially gets you fired. That expectation applies to the brand new FBI agent, and it should apply to the deputy director.
A senior House Democrat indicated McCabe's firing may be justified, but he remains concerned about a broader pattern. A half dozen of Director Comey's closest associates, including former General Counsel James Baker, Chief of Staff James Rybicki, Senior Agent Peter Strzok, lawyer Lisa Page, Media Chief Mike Corton have retired, been fired, reassigned, or demoted.
Is this because they corroborate James Comey? That's a question we also have to answer.
In his statement, McCabe said Director Comey knew about his contact with the media, which observers said appears to conflict with the former director's testimony days before he got fired.
Have you ever authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports about the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation?
No.
The Inspector General's report could come at any time, but in recent weeks, 2 sources tell Fox new leads were pursued and new interviews conducted. Shannon?
All right, Catherine Herridge with the latest. Thank you very much.